Another day, another rugby competition, it seems. If you're like me and you heard that there is now to be a Nations Championship featuring the Northern and Southern Hemispheres, you would have rolled your eyes. I certainly did. But upon investigation and having more details, it's actually a good thing. It's quite an exciting thing. And it isn't more rugby. That's what I thought it was. I thought there would be additional competition to the existing international rugby we've got. But the Nations Championship, in fact, what it does is it replaces the traditional tours that we have in the June and November windows. So, for instance, how it's been for the last, I don't know how many decades, is a Northern Hemisphere team comes to the Southern Hemisphere teams for 3 matches. For instance, we had Italy and Georgia here in June. New Zealand had France for 3 tests. And then, of course, the Southern Hemisphere goes to the North, where we play individual countries. So those same kind of games are going to happen, except it's not going to be called the Nations Championship. And it won't be the Springboks, for instance, playing 3 tests against the same team. Will play against 3 different countries. And the same thing when we go to the North. So what happens is, for those matches now, they're part of a tournament, and the winners and losers, or depending how much you lose by, you get points for those gaps. 4 points for a win, extra point for 5 tries or more, losing bonus points, the similar kind of thing that you have in the Rugby Championship. But those points all now go into a log, a points table, if you like, and then the top teams at the end of the tournament will feature in a final, which at this stage is going to be played at Twickenham in London. So it's the same amount of test matches, but it's now just in a competition format. Exciting news for Springbok fans is that it's launched. It's going to be launched next year. And we already know who the Springbok opponents are going to be. We're going to have England coming here in June. We've got Scotland also coming. We haven't had them for a very long time. And Wales. Those are the Springbok fixtures. Then in November, and how's this for a bit of serendipity, is the Boks are lined up to play Ireland, France, and Italy. We've got now in this November tour. So that's the Springboks' opponents when they go. So just to recap, the Nations Championship is not a tournament added to the schedule that the players already have. It just replaces the traditional tours. Sounds good. It's really aimed at discovering who is the best hemisphere. And also gives a good perspective on who the leading teams are going into World Cups. Just another point, it's biannual, so every second year. It isn't, for instance, 2027, obviously a Rugby World Cup year, there won't be any Nations Championship. Yeah, guys, looking forward to it.